Gaily bedight, a wandering knight in sunshine and in shadow, had journeyed long singing a song in search of Eldorado. So gaily bedight means that he's nicely dressed. So he's young and he's looking around. He's like, oh, where's Eldorado? I'm going to find it, but I'm in a pretty good mood. I'm singing a song. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. I'm going to find Eldorado. But he grew old, this knight so bold, and o'er his heart a shadow fell as he found no spot of ground that looked like Eldorado. So in other words, he became an old man and his heart has a shadow in it. That means that he's gotten sad and he's depressed because he's so old. And Bulbasaur's old and he's looking around. He spent all this time and he can't find Eldorado. He's like, oh. And then it says, and as his strength failed him at length. So it's like, oh, I can barely move. Oh, I can barely walk. So as he's like that, he met a pilgrim shadow. So if you can barely move and you're really old and you're like, oh, I can barely move, and you meet a big dark shadow, who are you probably meeting? That's right, you're meeting death. It's like, oh, I can barely move, I've wasted my life. He says, shadow, said he, where can it be, this land of Eldorado? And the shadow answers him. He says, over the mountains of the moon, down the valley of the shadow, which is an allusion to death. Ride, boldly ride, the shade replied, if you seek for Eldorado. So really quickly, is it possible to go over the mountains of the moon? No, that's not possible. Is it possible for you to ride to the valley of the shadow, which means ride to death? No, that's not possible. So in other words, I'm telling you that this journey was a waste of your time because you're never gonna get there because it's imaginary. Oh no, my life! And that's the poem.